This was the only one that I thought even existed. This is all we did. Coach Gable's boom. This is all we're doing. Over and over and over and over and over again. It really wasn't until, I think it was my early years at UTC when I started helping Coach Bono out when he was trying to make his last Olympic team and his last world team, where I started getting a whole different feel from another position in here from a short offensive standpoint. And that's when I really, kind of really take a peek at something that was totally different. Okay, not really totally different, but it was much different than what I was used to as far as just strictly what I was teaching. Okay, so from right here, but one big thing about this, all these mechanics off the initial down block and kind of locking them in and keeping them underneath you, really kind of the same. So you're using the kind of this type of same thing. I'm right here, when Drew sits underneath me, right here I'm down blocking hard right here and I keep him locked in. Okay, I'm trying to keep that weight back forward right there, where I can keep the weight onto him. Right here where I can chase, it makes it better for me to chase that way. But also when I'm doing this one here, it's the same type of thing, but really what I'm doing is I'm using his momentum now to come forward on me. Because now we know when I get him locked in here, he probably doesn't like that. If he's pretty good in this position, okay, he's going to want to get his hips up off of here, and he's going to want to get his head across the body. Okay, and that's one of the things I got to understand. When I'm chasing this way to my left, he's probably going to try to get his head over here to stop me, and he's going to want to get his hips up off his feet. Okay, so now in this position, once I get him here and I lock him in here initially, and this is, I think, like I said, again, with this particular go behind, this is where kids really miss it. Okay, is not getting this right here. So when I pop him back here now, when I go to get a reaction from him, okay, and I can release pressure, see how he comes forward? That's what I want from him. Okay, because now all the weight's going to be here on his hands. See how he brings his hands forward? Now his weight's going to be on his hands, and now it's up to me to keep the weight forward up here in the top part of his body to where I can chase the angle on the backside. Okay, but it all comes in here with first. If I just down block right here and then just start reaching and chasing, he can be mobile down here. He can square me up. He can bring his hands up off the mat. But if I lock him in just briefly, let him come forward a little bit right here. Watch his hands. Okay, here, ready, forward, boom, right there. See that? That's the kind of reaction I want. I want his hands skipping forward. So now when I jump to my angle here, see that? Now I've got an angle here, I've got weight in his hands, weight here, I've got him in his chin. Now I've got him in a position where he's super vulnerable. Okay, so from here when I block, okay, same type of thing. I down block hard here, boom, right there. See that? I give him a jolt. Okay, hips stay in. Now from here, I take a big step to my left, big jab step. Okay, and I'm gonna let him come through this area of my body underneath my arms, kind of like I'm a bullfighter. So I'm like Oleg. You guys ever seen a bullfight? Okay, same thing, Oleg. Bull comes through here, same thing. I'm letting his body shoot through here to where now I'm getting to this position right here where I'm clamping it. I call this a clamp position because now when I'm on the side right here, I'm keeping my weight into him in a clamp position, but my arms aren't dangling. Okay, I'm clamped right here on his hamstring. I'm clamped right here on his chin or his shoulder or his neck, whichever I'm clamping on top of here. And I'm clamping, and what I mean by that is I'm driving my chest into him here, driving my hips into him here, but I'm clamping and I'm pulling this way, and this is the position I want him in right here. See that? A lot more compromising than this, isn't it? Here. See that? This is where I want him. Right there. A lot of good wrestling happens from there, because that's the position you want. So this is the position I'm going to, a lot of times I like to teach backwards, just to simply, I'd like to show you guys where I want you to end up, and then we'll get there from there. Okay, so we're going to teach backwards on this one specifically, so I want to make sure that this position is correct. All right, so from here, I want all fours. Right there, see that? You've gotten the weight forward on his hands, see that? So really it's kind of equally distributed right now between hands and knees. Now from here, I'm going to get to the side and I'm going to get to your clamp position. Okay, so right here, like this. Chest up off his back. Chest isn't resting on top of on the side here. It's up off his back. The upper part of your abs right here are the ones that's coming right here in his rib cage. Okay, so that's where I'm at. From here, I would have been on his chin. Okay, so I'm taking his chin, I'm pulling that to the sky, and I'm taking my elbow, and I'm pushing his head down here. See this? Now from here, other hand, clamp right here in his hamstring. And then from here, I'm pushing my chest in, and my elbows are coming to my side, my hips coming off right here. This is my clamp position. I'm saying I'm clamped. I'm clamped to his body. See that? I've got a huge advantage here. Even if I have somebody that's really good, really athletic, okay, or just really savvy down there, and he comes to his feet, it gives me such a huge advantage going to all my high finishes, which we're going to go over in the next couple days. Right, but we're just going to go behind finishes for right now. So I'm going to say, okay, clamp position. I'm going to figure out all your clamp positions. From here, you're going to learn how to run your hips and run them over to the side. So here, clamp. Meaning right here, chest, clamp, boom, clamp them right to there. Now from here, when I say run, drive my hips in, chest stays up, and run right there. Some of you guys are doing that already. Okay, but that's very, very important, not only position, so a very important skill for you guys to learn just from basic wrestling. Okay, so I'm gonna say, here we go, ready? Hop, clamp, 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 here we go, ready, and run, right there. Just driving your hips in, chest stays up, running them over with your hips. Make sense? 1, 2.